Oh, it seems stuck. You see that? The brakes were freezing up on us and it was overheating and you could feel it. You couldn't even put your hand on the tire. But what I'm doing right now is I'm decompressing this brake caliper. It's going down just a little bit more. So my calipers aren't frozen. You see that? It's moving in there. There we go. So I bottomed that one out. I'm doing the same to this other one. I got both of them to bottom out. So they're not frozen. These aren't frozen up here. I think the brake pads themselves got frozen. I did have a little bit of grease. Alright, just spraying everything down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease everything up so we can get out of here and maybe put that on later or return it. Alright, now I just need to open this. And I'm also putting it on the slides right here too. Alright. Just like that. We're gonna really use a lot of this stuff. Well guys, we made it back home. We were up in Atchison, Kansas. We went on a trail ride called the Kickapoo Trail. It is like the only trail close to Kansas City, Missouri. So we went on that trail, testing out the Jeep a little bit. I had my sway bar disconnect links I put in. There was a couple offshoots on that trail where you could go up a hilltop, or there was another one where there's a ton of mud that we went through to get up to a railroad little service area. And I guess the mud got stuck between the brake pads and the caliper and kind of gummed up the ears or something, because once we got out of that trail, we were going about 50 miles an hour and it started like death wobbling on me, and I'm like, how did I destroy a tie rod or a bushing already? Didn't make any sense to me. So I pulled over to the side, put the hazards on, got out, and put my hand on that wheel. And yeah, it was just blazing hot. I mean, I squirted some water and it just evaporated immediately. You know, a sign of a frozen caliper, you know. So luckily, there was an Oreilly's like 3 miles down the road. So we went back, turned back around, hit that up. They sold me a caliper that I, had on hand, but I didn't want to do a full caliper change. And luckily I didn't go through with that because they actually sold me the wrong one. Because I actually have the Teva calipers on my Jeep right now. And if you guys know anything about WJs, the Teva calipers are on the early 2002s and earlier. But the late 2002 models and everything after that, they have the Akabono calipers, which are way better, and they kind of, don't have the same issues of binding like the Teva does. And I'll show you right here. Here's an Akabono caliper. This right here is the Akabono, and it has a solid casting right there. And it also has some clips, some little metal slide clips for the brake pads. This is from my Teva calipers. So you can see the upgrade. They go from the little spring clips here to an actual casting. So that's going to be a big upgrade. That's going to be helpful when I take the WJ all the way over to Colorado, and we're going to go up and down some mountains with the girls. So that's going to be kind of like a, risky thing to do with an old 24-year-old WJ right now, but I'm going to run through the engine. I'm going to go over everything. I'm going to put these new calipers on, and we're going to make it something awesome. I'm going to even put a rooftop tent on top of the WJ. So stick around for all that stuff, guys. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you. And give a like and subscribe to this video. It helps the channel grow more than you think. But till next time, fam, peace out.